You're all set.
All righty. Good evening, everyone. I will call this meeting to order. Can we have a roll call vote, please? Let's see. Hold on a sec. Start. Commissioner Sturm.
Here.
Okay. I think Commissioner Mason is trying to get in, so he's not presently here. Commissioner Heising.
Here.
Commissioner Farsan.
Here.
Vice Chair Radnich.
Present.
And I am here, Chair LaBlanche. Seems like we could do this visually, but anyways. Can I have a motion to adopt tonight's agenda, please?
So moved. Second.
All right, roll call vote. Commissioner Sturm.
Here.
I'll just, Commissioner. Thank you. Commissioner Heising.
Aye.
Commissioner Farsan.
Aye.
Vice Chair Radnich.
Aye.
And Chair LaBlanche, aye. All right. Let's see. Do we have any public comments that are not on tonight's agenda? Nancy, do we have anyone?
If anyone would like to make a public comment for items not on the agenda, please use the raise hand function. No hands are raised.
All righty. Let's see. Can I have a motion to adopt the consent calendar for tonight?
So moved.
All right. Let's see. Commissioners. Second.
I was going to second that.
All right. Commissioner Sturm.
Aye.
Commissioner Heising.
Aye.
Commissioner Farsan.
Aye.
Vice Chair Radnich.
Aye.
And Chair LaBlanche, aye. All right. Let's see. Now we have continued public hearing, item LLR01-21. And Nancy, if you would please, thank you.
Just share my screen. Good evening, Planning Commissioners. The item before you is lot line revision 0121 for Nazari, which is a request for a lot line revision to readjust the property lines between two parcels held in common ownership at 3477 Monroe Avenue. The subject parcels are legal lots of record in zone R6. Lot A is undeveloped with frontage along Monroe Avenue, and lot B is an interior lot accessed via an easement through lot A and an existing bridge over Las Trampas Creek. Lot B is developed with an existing single-family home and several accessory buildings, and Las Trampas Creek traverses the parcels and requires setbacks that limit development potential. Surrounding land uses include single-family residential on all directions. Here's an existing and proposed parcel configurations with shift square footage from parcel B to parcel A. The proposed adjustment would relocate the property line so that the two resultant lots would have a relative balance between the two for more developable area. Staff reviewed the zoning conformity and determined the lots meet the required minimum lot dimensions without causing the existing residents to become non-complying, and the new one would be compliant with R10 zoning dimensional requirements. Staff received no public comment on the project since publication of the staff report, and staff finds that the project conforms with zoning and is consistent with the general plan. Staff recommends Planning Commission review the project, conduct the public hearing, and find the project exempt from CEQA and adopt approval of resolution 2023-05 subject to conditions. This concludes my presentation.
Thank you, Nancy. Are there any clarifying questions for staff? And I see Vice Chair Radnich has her hand up.
Thank you, Chair. Nancy, maybe a year ago, we saw another project in front of us for this portion of Monroe. I thought it was the same parcel. Does that sound familiar? Was that a different project or was that part of an earlier stage of this? I didn't see anything in the staff report.
I'm not sure, but I could double check.
Or can I just ask if anyone on the commission remembers? What? Oh, actually, I take that back. Maybe that was for GPAC. So we have not seen, I guess I'll just ask a clarifying question. Sorry, too many meetings. Is this the first time we've seen something in front of Planning Commission associated with this parcel?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. My bad.
Commissioner Heisting?
Yeah, thanks, Chair. Thanks, Nancy, for the report. Just a clarifying question. As of the writing of the report, it states that the Contra Costa County Building Division structural engineer had provided a statement saying that any comments on the bridge structure that fire's going to need to approve to be able to get across the creek, that at that time the comments were minor and that he had no issues that would prevent granting this lot line adjustment. This is on page 2 of the staff report. So has anything come of that since writing the staff report that would from the building department? Okay, all right. And then just a comment on thanking staff on a recent lot line adjustment staff report. The commissioners, we had conversation about flood zones and creek setback and such. And I noticed here in the staff report, you guys added a few paragraphs just going into that. I just want to thank you guys for getting ahead of it and answering these questions so we don't have to bring it up tonight on this one. So thanks. All I had, Chair.
Okay. Any other clarifying questions? I just had one request. Nancy, your presentation, I really like. I like the presentation part, and especially the graphics on the parcels. I sometimes the staff reports are a little hard on the engineered drawings and PDF, you know, with whatever lines are turned on. So just a request that your graphic, I think you probably highlighted the parcels and put A and B in it. That's great. I would really love it if we had that same graphic in the staff report, probably right next to that one that had the FEMA, you know, flood zone stuff, something that very visually shows it, because it's a little difficult in just monochrome, you know, with the engineered drawings sometimes to see that. So I really appreciated you do that in the staff report. That's all I have. So let's open it up now for public comments. Are there any public comments? Anyone waiting?
Steve Kubicek has his hand raised.
And before you do, hold on a sec. Commissioner Farsan had his hand.
Should the applicants should go first and then the public comment? That's the only, oh, sorry about that. Yeah.
Thank you. Sorry. I had a script and I just realized I messed it up. So thank you. Glad you all have been chair before. All right.
I neglected to ask who the applicant is. I don't see Nazari in the waiting room, but I do see Steve Kubicek. His hands raised. Maybe he is the applicant, so I will promote him.
Yeah, I'm representing Sarab on this project. So let me get my camera going. Hello. Hi. So I'm Steve Kubicek, and I'm representing Sarab on this project because I'm going to be helping him with the redesign of the existing house, as well as the design of the new house that's going to go on parcel A. Staff report was great. We don't really have. I spoke to Sarab earlier today, and we don't really have anything to add to it because it was very complete. Other than I have a question from a design standpoint. If tonight you guys approve the lot line adjustment and create a more usable parcel A versus the parcel B, will the design of the house on parcel A need to go through a siting and massing study? So that's a question that I have. But other than that, I'm happy to answer questions if you have any of them for me.
If anyone has any questions, please raise your hand. I don't see any. All right. You've got all this time, and you don't need to fill it up. I think we.
No, I
know what
don't.
we're
I don't
doing.
need to fill it up. No, I don't.
And I don't think we're in a position to answer your question without knowing more about what you're proposing. So I'm not going to venture to answer the question.
Okay.
But I'm sure you can talk to staff offline and get that answered. All right. Well, do you have anything else you want to add? Otherwise, we'll close your time.
I mean, as I say, the staff report was very complete and very good, and a recommendation was for approval. So I'm just making myself available for questions if you have any.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, then why don't we open it up for any public questions, if there are public questions now, public comments.
If anyone would like to make a public comment on this item, please use the raise hand function. No hands are raised.
No hands. Okay. You said no. Earlier there was someone. So was that Mr. Kubicek or was that someone else? Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, let's close the public comments and bring it back to the commission for a lengthy debate. Does anyone have anything they want to comment on? And if not, I would gladly take a motion.
I'll make a motion, Chair,
Please do.
assuming no one wants to discuss. I will move that we find the project exempt from CEQA and adopt resolution 2023-5, approving the application for this lot line adjustment subject to conditions.
Second,
Okay, we have a motion, we have a second, so let's do a roll call vote. Commissioner Sturm,
Aye.
Commissioner Heising,
Aye.
Commissioner Farsan,
Aye.
Vice Chair Radnich,
aye.
and Chair Labange, I'm also aye. So that passes 5-0. This has an appeal period, I believe. I'm looking for feedback. Yes. Okay. So 15-day appeal period. Is that correct? 14. 14-day appeal period. Okay. All right. Thank you, Mr. Kubicek. Appreciate your time tonight. All right. So that's all of our continued business. I don't believe we have any new business. So we are to other business. Is that correct? Get back to the agenda. Is there any other business? Seeing no hands. Commissioners reports. All right. Planning director's report. All right. I think we are adjourned, and I want to note the time because I'm vying for the record of the quickest meeting. So I'm going to say 18 minutes. So if there's nothing else, enjoy the rest of your night, everyone. Good night.
Thank you.
Meeting's
Thank
adjourned.
you. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Good night.